Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today on Tamper with a Plan. In this video, we're going to be setting up my Laurel Denise planners for October. So I'm still double planning in a Happy Planner set and a Laurel Denise set. I guess I'm just not ready to let go of either, but it was actually very frustrating this last month to plan into separate planner types. I think I just need one more month to completely decide. Now for the Laurel Denise planner setup, I'm only going to set up the 3 planners. I'm not using a project planner in the Happy Planner for the last week. So here at the Laurel Denise, you can see I did the timeline at the bottom here, but what I started doing Friday is just making a kind of a list. And that's what I've been doing for yesterday and for today, just kind of making a list of things that I need to get done. So this is the main Laurel Denise planner. I know it's kind of hard to see. I will fix this camera angle, but I just can't right now because I need something else. Some things got moved around. So, and then this is the work planner, but I love having this monthly on my Laurel Denise planners. It's like the #1 seller for me. Anytime anything changes, I just can come right over here and write it in. So I do love that. And then we have the project planner, which the new project is, I was getting these rooms ready and like just together, just to have them together. But now my husband wants to move. We all kind of want to move. We're kind of in a tornado area and we don't love that. I would love to get away from a tornado area. So this is going to start focusing now this week, and the next week is actually in the next month. So for all of October, really hit it hard for the next 2 weeks of getting the house ready to move. So that'll be a project, and that's going to be in here. But we need to set this up for October. Now, the way I'm thinking of doing it is keeping this coil with my September already in there because I still need it. And then just putting October behind, and I'll show you how we're going to do that. But the first thing that I want to do is get this cover off of this planner. So remember, if you're taking a cover off of a Laurel Denise planner to put on a different one, if you've never seen this before, this is the front cover. You flip it around to the back. So now this front page, flip it over. Both the covers are together. You're gonna just put them over to the side here. And now you can see the coil. And this is what you're gonna open and close. Now, I haven't had a problem with this just coming open, but I have seen online that some gals do when they do this like ribbon braiding method to keep them closed. I don't know, maybe after a few times. I've only opened this maybe 2 to 3 times. So this particular coil. And so I have an idea. I'm not sure which way I want to do it, and I'll show you. But let's just take these covers off. So you just open it up and you just kind of hold them over here and then roll it and it comes off. So let's do that again for this one. Lift it up, hold the coil, roll it, and that's done. So those are off, and we're gonna take the pink one off as well. This was my September cover, which I love. It was perfect for my birthday month. It's just so beautiful. I love Nancy's drawings. I love the colors they choose. So let's do that with this one. Take this one off. So the covers are both together in the back. We're gonna flip to the back. Oh, there's some stuff. There's a lot of stuff on my desk everywhere right now that needs to be worked on. So we're opening this up to take the cover off. All right, so I hold the coil a little, roll the cover, pulls off, put it to the side, hold the coil a little. You actually don't necessarily have to hold the coil. I like to do it, but it's not gonna. At first I thought these papers would fall off on the back side, but they won't, the way that they're in there. So cover set aside. Let's get the pink one back on these extra pages. So this was the first one that I took the cover off of. So I'm gonna put the pink cover back on. When you're putting the covers back on, you're gonna have main cover, which does not have the Laurel Denise writing if it's a newer planner. I know that older planners had the Laurel Denise writing up here, so then it would be opposite. But the front cover is gonna go first, pocket down, and then the back cover with the writing is going to go next, but the covers are going to be folded in on each other and the pockets are going to be on the outside. So front pocket is facing down, back pocket is facing up, and then we're going to put them back on the coil. So depending, it's just anything off my desk, it's okay. Depending on how well you open the coil, you might have to wiggle these on a little, and I'm just going to do one at a time actually. Whoops, didn't mean to smack you guys. Okay. And you can just kind of see how they pop through. I have a bunch of junk on my desk right now, which is driving me crazy, so it is making this a little harder. But if you clear off your space, see, I mean, that just went down really well once I got it started. So okay, so now those are on, and I'm going to close those up, and then I'm going to set this entire planner aside because I'm not using it anymore. And when I close it up, I do try to go a little further in between these two bigger, I don't even know what they're called, coil sections, and the tiny ones go in between the two bigger ones. Okay, so I just fidget it with it a little, and then just make sure there's not enough gap that something's gonna fall off, and then I just flip the cover over and flip it back up, and here we have it. Front cover is in the right spot, back cover is in the right spot. So now these are my storage pages. These are my extra pages from January to June. When I started using Laurel Denise planners was July. So that's why those are all there, waiting for next year to be redated or something else to be redone with. All right, so now let's work with this cover. So I had started on the front cover trying to pull off the pocket. It came off relatively easily. There's like glue there, but I got so far on this side, and I'm gonna try a little bit. I'm not gonna recommend this because I'm gonna show you on the back cover. This one came up. Okay, this one's gonna come up. Maybe that sounds like it's ripping a little. Yeah, that one's like ripping a little. A little glue on the end. Okay, so it got me that far, and now you can see it's starting to rip the paper up a little there. You know, you can see from this way a little better. You know, it's starting to rip it up. So I got most of the pocket off, and what I want to use is this as my cover, and I could have used it like this with the pocket on. Maybe. I'm trying to think. Could I have? Yeah. So I could have done it like this, and I still like the look of that, but I didn't want to break the pocket. But now on this one, I tried the same thing, and it started ripping pretty much immediately. So what I did get was undo that stuff. What did I do with it? Let me find my undo. Here. All right, so if you're wondering, I used this cover side in August. So that's why I want to switch it up. So I have undo, and I think it says it removes like tape, labels. You know, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what it does. I'm a little nervous about using it. I heard about this on my channel from some of you gals. So here I just have this last little bit, and what am I gonna try to do it on there? Okay, I think like on top. I don't really know what I'm doing with this. Okay. Do we have to give it a second? So this is pretty good glue on here, so let's do a little more. I've seen gals just soak their spreads with this stuff, and it makes me like really uncomfortable, but I guess it works, right? Are we coming? Oh no. Oh, you know what? It's actually undoing the actual paper as well. Darn it. So that is not what I expected. But okay, so I got the pocket up, and then I'm gonna get some tape in, and I can tape that side, but it did pull this up a little too. So that's not a perfect solution, but I think it's workable. All right, so let's do the other pocket as well and see how it comes off. This pocket still has glue on it, and I'm going to glue it now on to the inside cover like this so that I still have a pocket. Okay, so we're gonna do the other one real quickly. Let them dry, and then I guess figure out with some tape or glue how we're gonna do this. So, I don't know, gals, how this works. We have the whole pocket to do on this, so I guess I'm just going to try to stick it in here like this. Feed it into the right sections. Have you guys had this all over your desk? Like, I wonder what it does to your desk. Probably not good things. Okay. So that's it for a little bit. I'm gonna wipe that off. Gonna undo my desk for me. Oh, it's coming. Oh my goodness, it's working. Okay, so it's still could take this paper off underneath, but all I'm doing is getting it like right in that crease with this little pointy part. By the way, this stuff stinks. There's guaranteed this stuff is toxic, so use at a minimum anyway, is what I would suggest. Possibly with gloves. I probably should have gloves on. Oh, wow, okay. That worked so well. I'm so happy. And the point is, it's not supposed to be able to ruin this pocket. I should be able to wipe that off later with a rag, and it should be fine. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this, gals. I'm glad I got it, because I'm thinking of doing this with all the covers if I have extras, which I have an extra of this one. So, get it in there. Oh, this is kind of exciting. Is this exciting for you guys? I'm excited. All right. Oh, that one's a little harder. Okay, it's still coming though. And it's not damaging this paper underneath. Oh, yes. Yes. We got it. Okay. I'm gonna set those aside. Wipe all this off. All right, gals, so we got the pocket off, and now we can be using this as a cover. Super excited. Okay, so we will get that back on our planner to protect our October pages, and then this gorgeousness is going to be on our October cover. I think it goes this way. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see. I love it. Okay, so we'll get that done. Let's get that put together. All right, so I'm super happy with how that worked. What I want to look at now is how I want the actual cover to be, like what doesn't look upside down. So I'm kind of looking at these flowers here, and they're facing upwards here, but then how many are facing? See, now these are facing down. Yeah, so I think I like it this way, but that is upside down. So the back cover is going to be upside down on the inside, but that's okay because we're also going to have the pocket on there. I don't think it's going to be a ton noticeable. Now this is still a little tacky and sticky on the side. I think I could probably use undo more to get that off, but what I think I'm going to do is grab a matte tape and kind of tape it, because from before I used the undo, I had this corner that was peeling up. So now I could just matte tape it down, and I'll be fine with that. And yeah, I think that's gonna work. So now we're gonna put this cover back on, but I gotta think about this. So now instead of, this is where the pocket was, now the two pockets are in towards each other. This one's upside down. My front cover, how I want it to face, is gonna go on first. And then my back cover is going to face each other. Remember, this would be the pocket side. And I could have glued the pockets on, but I mean, I'm going to do that in a second. Tape run them probably. But let's get this on first. Oops, we missed a coil here. Get that guy in. Okay. And then we're gonna close these up. Yep, and you can just play with it a little until you think it's like really closed up nicely. All right, and then let's open our cover. So again, you can see that sticky stuff. You kind of hear it sticking to the desk, sticking to each other, so that will have to be addressed with the matte Scotch tape that I'm just gonna line the cover with. And I mean, you might think of something else to do with that, and then you might also just keep using undo to get it off. I don't know, I just don't want to ruin it, so maybe I'll try that with something else, but not this. Okay, so this is now my current planner, but we do have the pockets still, so let's grab those. All right, this is gonna work. So now this is what it's gonna look on the inside, which is actually really cute still. I mean, look how cute that is. But the outside cover, I love it. I love it. So fun. Okay. Let's tape run this. Now this tape run is supposed to be instant bond, no mess, acid free. Oh, and permanent. That's what I'm looking for. So it's supposed to be permanent. And let's hope it is. Whoops, 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 whoops. Don't do that. Gotta get that guy off. Let me move my cover out of the way, because if I keep doing that, anything I put on here is gonna get stuck in the bucket. All right. Now making sure not to tape run over the line here, because if you do, then anything you put in here is going to get sticky. You're just doing this edge right here. That is cute. It's cute, it's cute, it's cute. I like it a lot. How do you guys like it? I mean, this design is beautiful. That's why I did consider leaving, again, the pocket on and just having it be the outside, but I didn't want it to keep getting bent and ripped. So I think this is a better solution. Okay, so now that is the back cover. Now that's the front cover. So now when you open it, pocket. Let's do the back cover. So again, I have this upside down only because I thought the pattern looked more upright like this. But maybe to you it wouldn't. So, I mean, you make your decision on that if you're going to do something like this. And remember, the undo worked so well. The nice thing about undo that I've seen gals say and do or talk about is you can still use the sticker afterwards, so it doesn't ruin the adhesive that was there before. It just somehow temporarily releases it. Okay. Do this one a little more. All right, gals, here we go. So now you still can see that. I hate that it's upside down. So maybe I'll put a sticker or something there, because I love how it looks when it's right side up, but I don't want to be disrespectful by having it upside down. So I think for right now, we'll just put this paper in there, which is my discount code if you are looking at Laurel Denise Planners. this probably needs to cure a little bit longer. All right, so we'll put that there for now. Okay. All right, look at that. That is cute. I'm actually really happy with it. Very fun pattern. Tape will be put on here later. I don't know if I will even show that in a video, but I'll show you afterward when it's done. But I don't have tape right now. And I'll just go along the edges to make sure this little patch stays glued on. And then front cover, back cover, whoops, sorry for whacking you, for October. Okay, so now we're gonna get into, there's just like a little side project there. Now we're gonna get into setting up, not really setting up, but Franken planning October. So we kind of need paper clips off here. So let's get them off and we can find our extra pages. We don't need this front one off. That's the only one we don't need off. See, here's October. Paper clip off, paper clip off. And I think we could actually leave September and October in here until we're ready to pop November in here. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, let's do 2 months at a time in here. So we're gonna come back to the beginning, and the first planner in here is my vertical lined planner. Okay, so my main planner is a vertical Laurel Denise, which is called the Anne. So I'm gonna come in and grab the next month that I have paper clipped together. I popped this out of the original spiral because I think this is the original spiral. Pretty sure. I don't know. I don't really know. Yes, it is though. Okay, so we have September still that we need. This is the October tab here. That's how Laurel Denise works. This October tab right here. And so then when you flip it, you have your October monthly. And then what you're gonna need as the back page is your November monthly, and that's here. So I have these clipped together. Let's take this apart. This was gonna be my next month. But this is the coil that I'm gonna use for a while. And then when it gets full, I'll just take off September because it's gonna be over. When October's done, I can take off October and just keep adding. So my front tab says October. My back tab is gonna say November, and it's gonna be for the next month. So I'm popping that in. This is how you make sure you have the full month in there. If you had loose pages and you didn't just clip it out, which I have clipping out in practically all of my Laurel Denise videos, you will need to look, and look, we're missing a page here. The 9th on a Thursday. So I'm missing one page. Did I leave it? Okay. Okay, so it just got mixed in with an extra page that I had before. So that is one thing when you're removing pages, it's gonna take you a second to figure out what is what. Now the horizontal is much easier because it says the month over on the weeklies, but that was pretty quick to figure out. So the first, and so we're gonna start actually in a couple days. Well, almost a week. We start on this October. So now that's set up. So we have September here, which we're finishing the week. We're here on Monday. So we can come over to October next and start getting this set up. But that's in a different video. All we're doing right now is Franken planning it. So to Franken plan it, and I'm only gonna use one paper clip right now because we are gonna pop it out in the next video and decorate it. But here we have October now placed in our planner for our vertical layout. Okay, so now let's go to our horizontal layout. So horizontal layout, we have September in here. Again, the back tab is October. This was paper clipped together, but we took all the paper clips off. So now I need to find my October. This was the original horizontal planner from 2025. I have some extra pages in here. So let's find, yep, it's right up front here. It's my next in line. Do I have these clipped out? I do not, so you're gonna see some clipping out. And so I need to clip out this big page. I know I'm kind of off camera, I'm sorry gals. It will be fixed by the next video. So we're gonna clip out these weeklies, because this is August, or this is July. And then we're gonna clip out this November. I'll show you how to do that real quickly. I like to grab my stickers with a little bit of a thicker blade to help them pull out easily once they're clipped. And I go in between the coil and just clip what's there, but I do lift up the pages that I need to grab out, so clip. Okay, so I need this November back because it's the back part of October, so I'm gonna grab that. I also lift it up, move it a little forward on the coil, and clip. That way I don't clip out pages I don't mean to clip out. Okay, and now I'm gonna help them out. Now this is a Laurel Denise large size planner, and I just help them out by pushing my finger and pushing them up. I help them out the first time. Any other time that I pull them out to decorate them or anything, they will not need helped out. So they will be fine next time. And I do the same with the back. You know, sometimes I get brave and I just yank it out, but let's just help it out. Again, the second time I pull it out to decorate, it'll come right out. So doing this for the clipping and the pulling out for the whole month with my several planners takes about 5 minutes total. So it's not a lot of time. It seems like it's time consuming, but don't let that be a mental block if you want to Franken plan your Laurel Denise planners. All right, and make sure we have the 5th is a Sunday. The 5th is a Sunday. Oh, and these ones actually say, this is what I was going to show you. It says October. So we know that we have the same month, the right month. The verticals don't say that, so you really have to check the dates. Okay, so our second planner is our work planner, which is a horizontal Nancy. And we're gonna paper clip that to this project planner, and we'll paper clip it better a different day after this is all decorated, because we're gonna come in here and get this set up for October, maybe tomorrow, today or tomorrow, probably tomorrow. Okay, so now we're to our project planner. So what our family is deciding right now is that we are we're going to be moving again. I really don't like moving, but it's okay. There's a purpose for it. So project planner has no weeklies, so I'm grabbing all that up. And here is my project planner for November. Now remember, the back page has the next month, and then October's here for the current page. So all I have to do for the project planner is pop this in. But I may be using some of the extra project planner back pages this month while we're getting ready to move, because staging a house, painting, moving things out, decluttering, all that stuff, that is about to become a factor. So we have September still here because we're working on it right here. October is in. Okay, so the last planner that I have in here, and we're going to paper clip these together, is the journaling planner, which actually I did not use for September. So I can actually pull this out. Yeah, I didn't use this one for September. I used the Happy Planner journaling. I was going to see if I wanted to set it up, and it just didn't happen. So see how easy they come out. These were clipped previously, but now I need this October page, because I do kind of want, especially if we're moving, I'm thinking an all-in-one planner is going to be the best. So we need this October. It's not decorated. Jumping straight to the October journaling planner, which is already in here because this coil was originally a horizontal planner, not a vertical like I thought. So, right, because those are not clipped. Yeah. All right, so that's the journaling planner, and that's the last planner that I'm going to have in here. So back here I do have the note pages from a normal horizontal Laurel Denise planner. And then if I want, I will jump in and grab some of the, let me just show you. This is the planner coil that I keep my old pages on from July and August. So I can come back here and grab, I'd have to clip them out, grab some of these project pages, and pop them behind the project planner. So in that case, maybe I want the project planner to be last in this planner, and I just set it up so that the journaling planners last, but it's gonna be an easy fix. So we'll unpaperclip, take out all the project planner pages here, and we're gonna pop them behind all of the other pages. So I don't think we can do 3 at a time, so we'll do 1 at a time. See how easy they come out, gals? It's just that first time. So this over here says November. So I know I need to paperclip it to something. Now we're gonna go straight from the work planner over here, my horizontal, straight to my horizontal journal planner for Laurel Denise, and then jump into all my project pages, which will be three pages here. And that way, when I need to add the extra project planner pages, I can clip them out and add them. Now, I do want to say I have not had problems with these pages falling off, but I can see that if I like kept moving them a million times, they could start to bend and stuff, and it could be a problem. I've only been doing this since July, but right away I did Frankenplan. I think like after 2 or 3 weeks. Maybe it was August. Either way, I've been Frankenplanning for months now, so we need to go back and clip this old August one here. All right, so now let's look at the layout. And again, I know it's kind of hard to see. I gotta get this camera to back out a little. But what we have first, we have our new cover first that we kind of got ready to be a front cover. We redid our pockets on the inside here, which looks super cute. First planner in here is my main planner. And right now we're still in September, so we have it set up like this, but we will soon be going to October, and we have it popped in. So October's here ready, and we'll decorate it in a different video. Then this is paper clipped together just real quickly, and it pulls directly to the next planner, which is my work planner. Again, we're still here in September. We are here, so that has to stay in, but then it will go directly into the October work planner. And then after the work planner, we lift up where it's paper clipped together, go straight into the October journal planner. So 2 horizontals in a row. And I was able to do that because of the clearance planners on Laurel Denise from 2025. Now we're gonna flip again, and then we go straight into our September project planner, and the October project planner is set up here. Now behind this, we can add extra project planning pages, or even pop them in between the monthly, so that we can keep track of the things I need to do to get ready to move. And this is how it looks on the coil without stickers or decorated. So it is ready to go. So in the next video, we will start decorating this. We will also be decorating our happy planner and getting that set up as well. And the reason I'm just doing 1 more month of both planners is because I have to decide for 2026. So I really want to narrow it down, especially with the move, where I am going to have to get rid of some of the planners that I'm not going to be using. So stay tuned for those videos where we're getting these set up to see how they're working. Right now, this horizontal is a big horizontal planner. It's kind of a little too much for my journaling, so I just leave blanks or draw like hearts or add extra washi and stickers right now. That's why I did decide to set up the Laurel Denise this month. And then the Bible planner actually is still working really well. So these are the 2 planners, double planning 1 more month for October. And then we will narrow down and see. That's the setup for today for the Laurel Denise planner. Let me guys know what you think about the cover switch up. I was super excited how it worked out. I think it's really pretty. And then look, if you have an extra, because I took advantage of the clearance sales, I thought it was worth it for the coils, for the cover, for all the extra pages at $20 a planner on clearance right now, where now this one could also be a cover when I use undo, and put this on the inside because I have 2 of these. So I have one where I can use this one, which I think this one's gonna be really pretty in winter. And whoops, and then later I can remove the pocket and use this design. Like this. You can't really see, but you know, look at that. So that can be a cover too. If you don't want to remove the pocket, you can still rearrange the cover so that this can be the front. So there's options. Clearance planners right now, such a great deal. I'm going to show you my code because if clearance planners, you're not going to get a code off. You're not going to get the 10% off on the clearance planners, but any other sticky notes, stickers, or whatever, this code will work. This is TAMBER 10, TAMBER 10, all together. Put it in the cart at your checkout and it'll give you 10% off of anything that's not the super clearance planners. The $20 planners, before they go full clearance, they were $30 and the 10% worked on that. So just, you know, check and see. It'll show you what it takes off in the cart after you go to the checkout and add the code and hit apply. So TAMBER 10. And then if you guys are interested in the 2026 line, so that's a great way to get a little bit more of a discount. TAMBER 10 will work at all times to get you 10% off anything that's not the super clearance. The sale items, yes. The clearance items, no. But yeah, so a great deal right now at $20. You get covers that you can flip in and out. You get an extra coil. You get all the inserts that you need. It's just going to be dated for 2025. Could be redated. You also get a monthly, which I showed in a different video how you can turn this into a right side monthly. You just clip it, flip it upside down, and use some washi down here. It actually looks fine. It actually looked pretty good. I was surprised. That video is here on the channel if you want to check it out. That is basically it for this video. Now I have this set up for October, at least the pages in there, and I just had to come in and decorate. And I love it. I love this cover so much. So fun. I'm like patting myself on the back. So excited about this cover. Laurel Denise planners are customizable. You grab her clearance planners and redate them. You can do a lot and have several of her planners to get your planners started for 2026. Just a little redating. And if you do sticker kits, you gals know you redate anyway. Stay tuned. Coming up on the channel, we will be decorating and setting up for October in each of these planners. And then we will keep updating on how things are working with the Happy Planner setup and with this setup to decide for November, December, and for 2026, because it is a tough decision out there. All right, gals. Thanks so much for joining me today on Tamper with a Plan. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me today on Tamper with a Plan. In this video, I'm going to be decorating my main planner for October. And I have September and October in here right now. So let's kind of have a look at it. And that's because we are in the last week of September. So I never did get around to this. I still have these 3 months down here. Can I do something with them? I hope so. But that'll be a different video. So September, we are here in the last week here on Monday the 22nd, which happens to be the first day of fall. So what I'm wanting to do is grab my super adorable stickers here and stick them on here. First day of autumn here. That adorable wrong sticker. And then also for my work planner over here. First day of autumn. Where are we gonna put it? I think we're gonna put it here, maybe a little lower, because I did not do this. I did not film this anyway, so it's okay to cover that up. Let me just erase it though. Yay, the first day of autumn. All right, but that is not what this video is for. This video is to get into our October. So we're starting with our main planner, which is the vertical layout. If you guys have not seen my videos lately, I did start this as a time blocking timeline layout. And I just really am not busy enough for that, and there's just like a lot of wasted space. So now I'm doing a list. I like this a lot better. Now this was a day before my husband came home, so I had a lot to do. But every day is just gonna have like a section for a list of things to do. so I like that better. And then at the bottom, I'm thinking of actually starting my meal planning down here. So we're gonna start that in October. I do also have extra vertical layouts, which I think are really great ledger pages. So I may just add those into the back of my main for 2026, but we'll see. That is, you know, we're thinking about 2026. We're getting there. So I popped this into this planner right now because I want to have both of them here. Last time I took out the pages and I went on to a different coil, but I just didn't end up finishing filling in the week. And I hate it when I don't have a planner for the week. It just doesn't work out so well. So I'm gonna leave this in, but we are gonna set up for October. And because we're doing this earlier, because we were a week into September before we started the last one, I think it's gonna go a little better where things are gonna get filled up more, although this one got filled up pretty well. Now, one of the things I love and really just cannot think about leaving for the Laurel Denise is having the monthly here, because anything that happens can just be written down over here. And this is my main, but it's especially useful in my work planner because I plan when things are gonna go live, when videos are gonna go live, and when I'm doing other things. So I don't know, I think it's gonna be especially important in my work planner to have the monthly. So I don't know, I'm still gonna dual plan this month for Happy Planner and Laurel Denise, but this is gonna be last month. I'm gonna figure it out this month, October. But let's get the pages out. And part of me thinks I'm just being stubborn because I know what's been working for me, and it is the Laurel Denise. Why am I holding on to Happy Planner? I think it's because it was my original. There's a lot of nostalgia there, but we'll see. I am trying to get them to work, but once you have a monthly always at your disposal to just see your whole month at a time, I think it's really hard to go back to just flipping around to see your monthly. Even though I've said several times, it is not hard to flip around to your monthly. It's just not the same as seeing it at all times. All right, so I'm gonna set that aside. Oh my goodness. Before we get too much further, let's talk about this cover. I got this on the clearance planners. The planners are actually $20 right now from 2025, January to December. I know they're gonna be outdated soon because we're going into October. But I took the inside of this cover. I used Undo, which is like a sticker remover that a lot of gals use here on YouTube. It was recommended to me for stickers, but I didn't grab it at first. I grabbed it for this. It removed the pocket. I'll actually show you what it looks like right here. You can stick this little black pointy side just under the pocket. It didn't even make a huge mess, and it dries clean. I don't even know how it does it. And then the pocket came right off. Before I started using Unglue, I just tried to get the pocket off. It came a little for a while, but then it ripped this corner. That was before I used Undo, and then I just got Undo, waited for it to come, and finished taking the pocket off. And this I still have to tape down, but look how beautiful the inside of the cover is. Now it just doesn't have to be the inside of the cover. It can be the outside of the cover too, if you use Undo, and if you have an extra, and you can flip them back around, but I did go ahead and tape run the pocket on the inside now. So this is just like a whole nother cover now. I'm so excited about it. And I'm also excited because I still have it in this from the clearance planner. So I have now 2 covers out of 1 style cover. So exciting. So if you're interested in some extra covers for Laurel Denise, their planners are on clearance right now for $20 for the 2025 January to December. And you can get the covers, kind of customize them, flip them around, do whatever you want to them. This video will be already on the channel, so you can check that out. And then I will update you when the tape comes in. I just didn't have any tape. I can't even believe it. So I have to add that, but look how beautiful it is. So excited. And then the pockets look like this. Now this is one thing, I did put this upside down, but only because I thought the pattern looked better like this. But it could have been like this, and then I wouldn't have had to put it upside down. But that's the only thing, but you don't have to do what I did to flip the pattern. But I was following these flowers, and I thought they looked better standing up, even though it was upside down on the inside. To me, upside down. Anyway, that's just a little minor thing. So you could do it the other way, where this would be the front one, and then it would have this on the inside bottom. But I'll probably cover this up with something. But right now, that's what it looks like. And then if you're gonna get a clearance planner from Laurel Denise, you won't get an extra discount with my code. But if you get any pen pouch, stickers, inserts, anything else, you can use Tamber10 to get an extra 10% discount off your Laurel Denise planners. So while you're there, if you're getting anything else, but this is how it looks with the pocket now. And it's still so cute with this pocket. And now it looks so cute on as an outside cover. I was pretty happy with myself. I thought I was pretty clever to do that. So that's what it looked like before, which is also so adorable. I understand why they put this on the inside next to this pocket. So pretty. And then this was the outside, but now I have the reverse. So the covers can be reversible, gals, if you put a little time into them. Okay, that was like a segue, side squirrel, whatever they call them. So now we are to October, and there are quite a few things in October. So for September, I was a little hesitant to get started with my fall sticker books, but then I embraced it because they're so cute. So once you broke the seal on the fall sticker books, I just kept going with it. So, but for October, we're completely in fall for the whole month, and we can do some fun decorations. Okay, so let's talk about what I wanted to do this month. So what I did last month is I split this into 3 sections, and it was like daily things to do, weekly things to do, monthly things to do. I really liked how that worked out, so we're gonna do that again this time. And I'm just gonna use my skinny washi for that. I eyeballed it last time, and I'm gonna eyeball it this time, just to kind of see. Now what I have done before is I've gone and checked where the week ends, so like the weekly insert. This is like a Dutch door planner, and I did put a washi there before, but I like it more even now, so that's what we're gonna do this time. It's what we did last time too, more even. Okay, so it'll be recurring daily things, recurring weekly things, recurring monthly things to get done, just to keep the house running well. And then we just decorate. So this is Wrong Wrong Autumn Charm. Wrong Wrong are my favorite stickers. I don't know why, I just love them so much. I know they're hand drawn, that's probably a part of it. And she has so many boxes, so many functional stickers, along with other things, decorative. I mean, the colors she chooses, like, she is so creative. So I'm loving the Wrong Wrong stickers. Okay. We're gonna need some top and bottom washi, but what I think I'm gonna do is cut this with my cutter here. So I was getting ready to do an office tour. I'm gonna put this on my arm just so it doesn't get too stuck on the cutter. I was getting ready to do an office tour. And I think I'm gonna make this 3 pieces. Can I do that? Yeah, I think if we do this, this will be 3 pieces. You might hear my husband in the background. I don't know why. He like has a hearing problem, actually. I do know why. A young dude with a hearing problem. But that's why he's always so loud and everything's so loud. And then we'll do this one in half. Not perfectly in half, but okay. Those are pretty even. Alright, now, where am I going to set these down? Let me just set them on top here for a second. I'm going to rip it a little. Maybe in half. That could be fun if I could get it. We'll see. Yeah, it might work. These are stickers, not washi, so if they get stuck on your finger, which they sometimes do, they will rip more than you are wanting them to rip. Like in half, you know? Like it almost did right there. Okay. I forget where I saw torn washi. I think it is Chappy Plans. Jen from Chappy Plans. I think she does a lot of torn washi. It's been a while since I've watched people. Because I've just been doing my own, which just takes a lot of time. I do appreciate when I can watch people though. Okay. That started coming up, but I did just lotion my arms, so maybe it wasn't the best idea to put them on the back. We might be able to go all the way across with these if I do it right. So let's try that. because it's cute. It's like this plaid. Ooh, 2 goes right across. Perfect. But we won't have enough for the other side on top and bottom, so we'll see what we're gonna do. So I just decided to catty corner it. Now, an important thing to look at is when your week starts. It starts on the 28th, so these days are not going to be able to just be covered. I'll need them for something. And then we end, I don't know, I'm guessing we might have this whole week in there. Right, so I usually do like to cover this with a decoration just to bring in the page with cuteness. So let's do that. And then we'll just white out the little bit that's left. And then you can just see the October 2025 still. Yeah, so I like that. Okay, I wish this was a tiny bit smaller, but it's not, and I think it's gonna be fine anyway. I'm just gonna mark something there. We need something over here. Okay, I probably want a little more over here, but for right now, let's move on to the second side. I definitely want like a gal over there. Okay, this is where you lead, I will follow. I'm just gonna stick this on here. Get her over here. That's cute, cute combination. Let's put her about here, pretty high. do her over here, or we can do her maybe up here. I think it's my washi line that's crooked, not. It's hard to tell. Maybe it's my box. Let's check one more time. Okay, this gal over here. This gal down here. Just want her over a little bit. We'll do this up here for heading, and then one up here, and this one. Yeah, I guess I can do. This one's kind of brown. And we'll do the title down here. Okay. There's a subtle magic in the falling of the leaves. That's cute. I'm gonna put it up here because there's no quote. Up here. And I want to quote like over here, maybe down here, we'll see. I'm just going to cut this one out. Leaves are falling, autumn is calling. And maybe something down here, if there is anything left. Maybe I'll just grab this one. Even though it's right here. We'll grab this one out. Just my favorite time of year. The whole world changes color. That's cute. Like here. Oh, that's too close to that one. So we'll move this one down. Or up. It's kind of diagonal, but it's cute enough. So this will be daily, weekly, and monthly tasks if we're looking at. These kind of look like different themes. I usually like them to look somewhat similar, but let's get a gal on here anyway. We have kind of a small one. I'm gonna try her. And we'll just have her take up this, you know, couple days here. And if anything ends up going on those days, I can use a Post-it to pop like right on her, but I think I have enough room in each little box to work with it. So we're gonna leave that. And I think we could just do this little pumpkin that matches over here on this side. It's kind of stretching, but I can slightly bring it together, maybe. Okay, so we have the set of the monthly. I could probably use a couple more things, but I'm gonna leave it for now. And this side looks good. I like how it looks. So let's just do this weekly. And for the first weekly, I like to always use the same sticker book as what's already on there. So this is cute. It's like pumpkin pillows, a little tea set, a candle, books, some leaves, on top of a little stack of sweaters. And that is adorable. And I'm gonna put that up here. It covers Saturday a little, but that's okay. This is like a little cafe, Stars Hollow Books. Oh, it's like a little bookstore. Cute. The artwork is really pretty. I'm pretty sure this stuff is Gilmore Girls. I just haven't seen it. Okay, these are fun. What else? It's like a dog with a truck of pumpkins. I think that's pretty fun. Put it over here. I think we can this gal. Days decrease and autumn grows. Autumn in everything. So, it takes up a lot of space. So I'll put it down in my list. So I have partial list still. And again, I can always use like a little wreath down here. And then I think one thing up here, maybe something small down there. So I do 2 to 4 stickers on each of these little pages, usually about 3. So I have 4, and it looks pretty cute. Yeah. Okay, I do think that is about it. So just look these over. So the monthly is still a little plain. We'll definitely add some things for when I know my husband has a trip coming up, I think, this week, so we can add washi for that. Actually, I'll just do it now because I know he is doing that. He will probably get back on Friday. That's when he usually gets back. Oh no, he'll probably actually, I forgot. He's gonna go see his family for the weekend, so he will get back probably on Sunday. So that looks a little better. Yep, I think it's good enough anyway. So we'll get this back in the planner. Oh my goodness, this October cover is so beautiful. I love it so much. So nice. Beautiful job. Okay. Main planner. It's just decorated for October. We still will have to go in and set everything up. So we're here. Now, as for the habit tracker, I'm kind of considering paper clipping this one on because I didn't use it in September. Meaning when this week is over and we are actually in October, I'll show you. I need to flip. Okay, so now I can paper clip these a lot better than what I had them. I will paper clip top and bottom. Okay, so this is really bare right now, but what I'm gonna do is grab it, and so I'm just gonna take it out for now and put it on here so you guys can kind of see. It was so cute last month, but I didn't get the habit trackers filled out. So that's because I started like a week late in this planner. I was trying to just go all happy planner and I just couldn't let go of the Laurel Denise planners yet. So that's gonna be paper clipped onto here after this week is filled out. So it'll look like this, and that'll be super cute with this, and then I can just not waste this washi. That's adorable. So here's what it looks like, and here is the weekly. So I will still be working on my camera angle. The little help came today, but it just is not working as well as I thought it was gonna work. So we really can get only like that in, but that's okay. So we'll do one side and the other side, and we'll be working on that to get that all fixed up. But that is it for this video. This is decorated and ready to plan in. So thanks so much for joining me today on Tamper with a Plan. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me today on Tamper with a Plan. In this video, we're going to be getting our work planner ready for October. This is the Laurel Denise work planner that we're getting set up. And if you didn't see my previous video, I did get this cover ready. And what I did is I took a Laurel Denise cover. I actually have it over here, a second one. This is the cover that it was originally. I used undo, and I just stuck the little black thin part here, kind of under the pocket, squeezed a little in, the pocket came off, and then I made this into the cover by reversing it. And I have that video already on the channel if you want to see how I did that. And that way I have a cover that looks like this with this cute pocket on the inside, but now I have a cover that looks like this with this cute pocket that I glue runned now on the inside of this. So it just gave me more options. Now what I did when I was doing that cover is I did a little wrong. I started to try to pull it off first without undo, and then I purchased the undo and had to wait a couple days. So some of it did rip when I was doing it myself. So I do not recommend doing it yourself at all. Now I grabbed this tape from Walmart, and this is the shiny one. Let me see the matte one. It says it's gonna be invisible, so let's check. And all I wanna do, so I'm gonna tape that back down, but also you still have a little bit of sticky residue, which the undo might be able to get off, but what I didn't wanna do was like wet the paper too much or ruin the actual paper here. So let me see if we can do this, if it's gonna be invisible. I think it's a little noticeable. So let me try the clear one instead. Whoop. I think we'll just make it shiny and clear. So I'm just taping this back on for myself because I did kind of ruin it by not doing the undo right away. And then even with the undo, like I said, there's still a little bit of sticky residue from where the pocket was. Right about here. I don't know if you can see that. You can see like that line there, that kind of glistening line. So I'm just covering that as well so it doesn't keep sticking to things. So we'll have like a glossy border. I'm okay with that. If you have a better matte tape, maybe you could use that instead. Okay, so you can kind of see that border in the light, but like when it's just on the desk, it's not super noticeable. I do wish I had gotten a better matte tape. So if you're gonna do something like that, where you're covering up kind of the glue goop, and if you've used undo a lot, you might just feel comfortable putting it on and getting the goop off. But I just wanted to do that so it doesn't stick to anything or get like a lot of dirt on the edge. So yeah, next time I'll look for a better matte tape, but it is gonna protect the edge now too, which is just like an inside glued on craft paper. So yeah, now that's protected. So I'll play around with it more, but I really do like how it looks. So I know the light is like right above here and it's a bright light, so it's catching the glare, but the cover itself is pretty. All right, so all of that done first, and now we're gonna jump in here. So we did the main planner yesterday and just got that set up for October, starting here on Sunday. Today is Tuesday of the week before. And now we're gonna jump over to my work planner, which is this horizontal planner, and do the same thing. So we're gonna grab out the monthly. We're gonna do the first week, and then the back page. And let me see if it's clipped. Yep. One. Okay. So I guess I'm gonna do this cozy fall. I wasn't gonna do this. This is no work. I wasn't gonna do that for work because they're just comfy, cozy gals, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go for it. Now for work this time, let's figure out the, like the logistics. I'm gonna grab out my washi and let's do kind of like a darker washi. So I'm starting a new side venture or side hustle. And I think I want the information for that to be all in the this month section. And then I'm gonna put this dot grid section over here as 3 columns. So I'm probably gonna try to eyeball it. Okay, so if you're doing the dot grid into 3 separate sections, you're gonna do 10 rows of dots each. All right. So that's the busyness, but I am also going to put it, while I'm at it, on the calendar. I like to have it on this side of the calendar just to have a little color over here. I'm just not like a plain gal. I want my color on there, and then I'm also going to do it on this side. Then we can do different washi top and bottom. While we're at it though, we can do the week here, which is going to look like this in half. And each one of these sides is just a different YouTube channel that I'm working on. And then for this side, okay. I'm gonna try something for this first week. We'll see how it works. I'm just gonna white out this one line. Not very neatly. I should have used a ruler. Okay. And then I'm gonna put this one in half, like it's, oh, extend these lines. I actually have a ruler right here. Why didn't I use it? I don't know. I'm gonna grab a pencil. So we do have a tornado watch today. We will see if I have to run and take shelter, which we do not have a shelter actually. We just go in the bathroom. All right, so now we're gonna do this one in half. Okay, so it looks like this for now. But let's get back to this. Cozy is feeling hugged by your home. I mean, that's super cute. Put that like down here. This one said home is a feeling. I like that one too. Autumn is like a painting come to life. It's pretty. We're just doing some cute little stickers on the sides here. It's a stack of books with like pumpkins. Cute, cute. So like a little pumpkin soup, some pumpkins, and a little basket of apples. Really, really cute. Okay. I actually think that's good enough. I know it kind of looks chaotic, but once the writing is on there, it does pull together a little better. And then my husband's gonna be gone this week, so I'm just gonna put this sticker there to kind of signify that. And he could actually be gone a little longer, we'll see. I usually love something up here to cover this 10. This is just kind of plain. And I'd rather have some decoration. And if I can, I like to leave the October there. So I've said this before, if I have anything I need to put on this box, I can use a Post-it if I don't write really tiny on the side, which, I mean, there's not a lot of room. So probably a Post-it for what I need to write on there. We just have these two little teeny things. We'll put, it's just like coffee. Okay, so we'll get washi on here. This washi says love of learning, but I don't really care what it says because it's not like I'm gonna be reading it, but it's actually pretty. It has like pretty font on there, which is why I want to use it. So I like it. We'll leave it. And then, we are running low on it, so hopefully we have enough for this spread. And this is one that I will be sad when it's gone. Which is right now. So I'm going to cut this and we'll do it only on the bottom over here. And then we'll do something else on the top. And then that one's gone. Maybe we just do this little green on the top. And then this one is gone too. So we'll finish it off down here, just like we meant to do it. Okay, so here's what the two look like without the weekly. So it has a little bit of a different look over here, which is okay. And I probably would want some washi there. So let me find the one I used last time. That's pretty low. It's like a dark charcoal. It doesn't have to match perfectly. I mean, you can, obviously, if you have it. But when I run out of supplies, I just improvise. Okay, I like that better. So now we have this. Is how it looks together, which is pretty cute. If it's coordinates perfectly or not. So now we're going to work on these two. And I like to use the same book for the first week. So we'll put her down here. Whoops. So I do want her to have a friend over here. Put her on this side. I like it well enough. So this is what we have on the monthly, and again, this is the weekly, so it's not going to be seen the whole month, but all of this over here will be seen the whole month. And then this is the weekly together here. And then we have the other thing that's going to be seen all month is this, but we have the weeklies will cover this part. So you really see this, and then when you flip it, you see that. So cute enough for sure. Now the other thing I did consider if I hadn't done this, so we'll try that this week, where we're just making another section. So this will be my side hustle over here. I did consider just putting the post-it like on the side or over here somewhere, which this is a Sunday start, but you can get Monday start in any of these on the Laurel Denise website. These are their daily post-its or weekly post-its, and you have just like another little section. So if there's something else you need to keep track of, you can use it as a post-it, lift it up when you need to see what's under. That's what I considered doing, but then I thought this might work a little better, so we're gonna try this first. But this is ready to get back into the planner, but just to look again, we have this. To start. Or this with the first weekly as well. Really cute wrong stickers, my favorite stickers, and I love fall stickers also, most of all. So let's get this back into the planner. So this is what I did last month with it. I just did the 3 different channels and did stats, which I'm still gonna write a few more at the end, like some final like wrap-ups for the month. But I also started late in this planner because I was gonna completely switch to Happy Planner and, you know, drop the Laurel Denise, but the Laurel Denise was just working so well for July, August, that it was hard for me to just completely switch to it or switch away from it. So my point is I will have more times put to this month to show how it's really gonna work instead of having just like empty space. Which empty space is fine, but to me it kind of shows that maybe I didn't need the space. I don't really like unused pages in my planning. It bothers me. It shouldn't, I know, but it does. All right, so this one, I think we'll do this one here. So we'll write in these later this month. Well, actually, probably later in the week. So you can kind of see how I'm gonna set this page up. And then I've mentioned this before, but if you haven't seen any of my other videos, what I do in this monthly is because I do YouTube. I also explained I didn't use the habit trackers this month. Again, I did start late and I was double planning, which I am double planning again with some Happy Planner pages. So I'm gonna pop this in the back here because it's already cute and decorated and use it for October as soon as I'm done with this week, but I'm still in this week. Okay, so what I'm doing with the monthly is I just write down the video that goes live, and then the color coding shows which channel I'm working on, and I have a little key down here. So that's how I use the monthly, and it's just so nice to have it right here instead of in a Happy Planner where you had to flip around. Kind of drives me crazy. I'm trying to make it work, but then I'm thinking why when I have this and I love this Laurel Denise. But I'm still gonna give them both one more try so I can know for sure what I want to do for November, which is gonna help me decide what to do for 2026. But that's the work planner setup, so not written in but set up. And we also have the main planner not written in and set up, and I'm gonna do the same thing with the habit tracker there because it's cute, but I didn't use it this month. So it'll just be moved to the back with paper clips here. And that's it, gals. That is how it looks for right now. I did also mention before, I'm gonna work on my camera angle. I just have to tweak it. I did a little and it still didn't work enough so that this whole thing can fit, because I had it working before, then I moved things around. I don't know why I do that to myself, but we will get it working again where it looks like that. Let me just pop this in over here so you can see. So I do like to decorate my habit trackers. We'll just pop this in for the end of the video so you can see what it's gonna look like. Okay, so that's what it will look like with a habit tracker. Very cute. And then this is what it looks like with the first weekly. All right, gals, that's it. So this is just the decorating setup. The actual writing and setup will be in a different video in the future. Thanks so much for joining me today on Tamper with a Plan. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today on Tamper with a Plan. In this video, we're actually going to be setting up my Scout portrait planner for October. So this is a Scout planner. It used to be called the Portrait Planner from Laurel Denise. This is the academic launch, and the launch is actually today, October 1st. So I'm setting this up a couple days late. I'll talk about that in a second. But I'm using this as my wellness, and I just can't quit it because I just love it. It's so fun to be in, and every time I open this spread, I'm happy, even though I'm going to tell you why. I was actually thinking of combining my wellness planner with my main planner. So that's what I've been doing. That's why this is here on the desk, just to show you. If you haven't seen this video, I took this cover and flipped it around using undo, and I re-glued the pocket, tape run, permanent tape run, the pocket on the inside. This was before the front cover, and now I just flipped it over to use this as the front cover. The only thing I did that I don't really like is I added this glossy tape to hold the paper down on the end, because the unglue did lift some up. Only in the corner, so I could have just maybe done a corner. But also the pocket left a little bit of sticky residue, so I should have used a matte tape, but anyway, I used a glossy tape, okay. But it still looks good, except in certain light. It catches the light, but you know, otherwise it can look really cute. And that's most of the time, because this is a very bright light that I have up here. Anyway, this video is already on the channel. I'm having a little problem with my lighting and cameras, so we will be working on that. I got a couple things in, but my ring light broke, and so I'm trying to adjust how to do lighting. But anyway, so this is my main planner, and so for the first 3 days, I did my wellness kind of up here, just like as an afterthought. And I thought that would work because I didn't really use my wellness planner as much as I wanted to in September. I was kind of frustrated with myself, and I'm not saying like I was punishing myself, but I was like, why am I going to waste pages if I'm not going to use them, kind of thing. So I had started decorating the planner, and then I was like, I'm just wasting it, so I'm not going to use it for October as a wellness planner. And this is why. So this I'm going to show you. Let me pull out this bookmark. I used the bottom, but I didn't work out except for 5 days out of the whole month of September. So I felt like the whole monthly was a waste. And so if you look at August, I had more, right? But see all these blank spots? This is where I write my workout and some of the things that I do for my self-care that I want to make a note of. That's what I use on top there. And then even July was pretty low on working out. So I was busy in September, but still I really wish I had done more in the monthly. So because of that, I was super disappointed and frustrated with myself, and I thought like, why waste these pages? But the bottom I did do. So the bottom is really, I'm just tracking my steps, my coffee. I sometimes put like a little, so I'd use a little face cream. So something small like that. And then I write what I ate, and then I write my bedtime. So I did that for the whole month, but I just didn't put things up top. So it does feel like wasted space. I also didn't do tracking because I really wasn't doing any of these things. But the reason I'm hesitant to just completely get rid of it and make it as a note in my main planner is because it really is an afterthought and it's not a focus. Not that it was in September a focus, because it ended up not being so much of a focus, but I just think I just keep on instead of just quitting. Because maybe I will put more time in it this month is my idea. So a couple other things I want to talk about is that my camera angle right now, I'm used to like I'm used to stickering down here closer to me. This is like way up at the top of my desk. So hopefully I don't keep putting it down out of frame. I'm gonna try to make an effort. And then yeah, I just have to work this camera angle and lighting out. It's also really bright. I know you can see it's kind of bright. I'll try to fix some of that in editing. Anyway, what I want to use for this monthly setup are these Wrong. This is Whimsical Seasons, and I just want to take out her autumn stickers and use them. I prefer to tear out the page, but these ones don't really tear out, so I guess we're just going to use them as is. And so what I started just with some pretty washi, which actually ended up being gone after this, and then some cute checklists. And I'm just gonna start putting stickers on. I like some cute decorations for all of my planners. It just makes it more fun to plan in. But as we saw, it doesn't necessarily make it that I plan in it more. Oh, this is cute, but these birds are upright, so I can't put this upside down. So let's find a spot for this in my extra pages. So the Scout this year has come out in the mini, or I guess they're calling it the small now. They were calling it mini. Look at those cute little birds on there. It's gonna be pretty. Let's see, do I want it here or here? I feel like I want it over here. And I did get a chance to order that. So today is the launch of Laurel Denise. You gals can order what you want. A lot of us gals ordered on the affiliate launch, which was a little earlier. But somehow because of the shipping, they weren't able to actually ship them earlier so that we could show you way ahead of time. But we will show you as soon as we get them. If you want to start, like, wait for that and see what people bought and how people like it. I'm sure a lot of us will be doing comparisons. So like the main Scout versus the mini, things like that. So, or if you just cannot wait, just grab them, because they are assuming they might actually sell out pretty quickly. So you may want to actually grab it. Whoops, ripping the box a little there. If you do shopping on the Laurel Denise launch, do not forget to use my code for a discount. A lot of us gals have discount codes, so as long as you have somebody's discount code, you will be able to save money. My discount code is TAMBER10, TAMBER10, all one word. And it doesn't matter if you do caps or not, it turns it to caps. Okay, that's cute. Now I do just kind of color in these, I'm not a Halloween gal, so I like the stickers, but I'm just gonna fill it in a little. So that's looking cute. What do we want next to them? Oh, we want a horizontal box probably. Let's bring in some green. All right, so I'll tell you how I'm using this. This planner works so well for wellness. Well for wellness, yes it does. I put some must-do things here. Try to do when I have time, and then I put friends. This is like a connect, like who I want to connect with during the month. I don't have a lot of people like in my life that I connect with, so it's pretty small. If you have more, you might want to move that list to somewhere else. Then I have my daily habits. So stretch, that's like for pain, for help with pain. Walk 5 minutes, that's on top of a workout is supposed to be. Vitamins, exercise, and skincare. Those are my habit trackers. And then I just kind of fill out goals and stuff. These are my standard workouts that I try to rotate. These are some extra things I want to do. Here I have the pain management. And then I did a review, like plan to do better in October, take your wellness seriously. So I was pretty disappointed with myself, but that's what I use these pages for. Like trying hairstyles is something I want to do. Try on some clothes that I have that I need to see if they're still fitting. Yeah, so just an overall like fun and wellness sections that I make, but you can use this as a main planner. You can use it for anything. I really do like it as a wellness planner. Again, I do my tracking, steps and coffee, a little bit of self-care here, food, and bedtime at the bottom. So that's how I'm using it, is kind of sectioning it off for what I need. Now let's see. I think we do Happy Fall, y'all, down here. And then every time I decorate this, I don't have like anything certain in mind. I know I like little sections to write in, like different thoughts and ideas. I want that over a little. Let's see if it'll come off. Wrong stickers. Stick on. But did you see how you can't see through this sticker? This is like insane. Wrong stickers are not see-through. Like that corner. Okay, you can kind of see it, but barely. Do you guys see it? It pretty much, you know, that would definitely show through every other sticker, but wrong stickers are really thick. Okay, so then let's do like one of these headings, and I think we can do this important again because it matches this box, and we'll just put it up here. Yes, your wellness is important. I have a lot of things going on this month. We're trying to move, so that's going to be a lot of time taken up moving. Let's see. Autumn leaves and pumpkins, please. I mean, look how cute this girl is. She has purple hair. I'm just gonna, you know, color in the jack-o'-lantern to make it look like a purse, but I like it. Or do I want to do? Let's see. I think I want this gal instead because this gal, she's kind of small for that. Hold on, we'll get there. This gal. She looks like she just grabbed a pumpkin maybe from that patch. I like it. I don't know what I was saying. I was saying, oh yeah. So we're trying to get our house ready to sell. We're kind of like in a tornado area, and nobody really wants to live in a tornado area. Surprise. Not very shocking. So we are looking at, you know, going somewhere else. There's actually a lot of stickers on here. I think we're gonna be able to do a lot of cuteness. Why didn't we save her for the first week? I don't know where she came from, but yeah, she's up here. Okay, so we'll save her for the first week because I like to use this same sticker book for the first week. I think we'll still put this gal, you know, kind of like this, because this is a cute box. And then hello, pumpkin. That's such a cute little scene. Wrong stickers are hand drawn. That's why I love them so much. They are so pretty. Let's do this one with it. Well, it's never perfect, gals. Let me pull this one off, actually, if it comes off. Okay, I think I'll just put this one up here somewhere, and then probably with this box. that pumpkin over here. Okay, and I think we'll just do like a leaf. Something's still over here, but I think maybe a box if we have it. I don't know if we do. Let's do a burgundy important here as a heading. And then we'll have this section to write in, this section, you know. I wish I put that a little lower, but I don't really want to move it again. I hope that was all on camera. So anyway, it looks okay, and we have sections to write in. That's always what I'm looking for. It's not like this beautiful coordinated spread, unfortunately. All right, so we're gonna call that fine. The stickers make it cute, even though, you know, it's not super well thought out and decorated. And let's move up to the top here. So, oh, this floral is gonna be gorgeous in the corner. Last time I did a floral like this out of a wrong book, you can see, maybe you can see that cut right there. But I tried to take it from the top because I thought I liked the color on the top. I thought it was like a ripped sticker. I don't know, I'm crazy, guys. All right. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Yeah. I will be working on my setup, I don't know. So the Scout Planner, which is what this is called now, it used to be the Portrait Planner, is incredibly popular. I'm gonna save that just in case, maybe on the weekly. So it's incredibly popular. People love it, and I can see why. Although I am still a #1 Nancy planner, which is a horizontal planner gal myself. Okay, let's get this off. I'm gonna stick it over here. I actually think that's good enough over here. So I'll just write on there. Let's do a quote on top. So I used to save this top like to write something inspirational, but I ended up not using it. And even in July, I didn't use it. I ended up backfilling it with stickers, which I could do. So I could leave it open and then backfill it, but I think I'm at least gonna put some things up there so that it's still cute without having to wait till the end of the month and backfill it in. I'm gonna leave some top room for washi. We'll see if we can find any that's cute. Find any that will work. Don't really have like seasonal washi. Autumn leaves and pumpkins, please. Okay, so this is Boo. These little candlesticks, which we don't celebrate Halloween, so I'm gonna make them say oboe. I don't know. Oboe. You know, it's fine. It's an instrument. And let's see where we're gonna put them. maybe like down a little here. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but that's okay. And then we have a little space in case I want to quote. What I do like to do sometimes is cover up this 10, and I think I'm going to do that with this really adorable leaf and coffee. I'm going to need a tiny bit of white for the month, and then it still says October 2025, which I usually like to leave. Now, so because I did not use the monthly very well, I'm going to use some of these stickers to kind of fill it in, where I can still have room to write. You know, if I do exercise, which I hope I do, that is the plan always. These don't necessarily match themes, but that's okay. A pie, books. Let's do another book. I'll always take off the pie. I know I didn't exercise on Sunday, so we can put that there. So as long as I put them where I still have room to write, you know, not to give myself an excuse to not exercise. I think the pie might have to go. It's just not quite the vibe, but of course it takes off the whiteouts. I can do some lanterns. So I love using Wrong Wrong in my wellness because her stickers are my favorite stickers. So ideally I'd be like, oh, I'll use my planner because the stickers are so cute. Let's do it like in the corner here. More decorated, but every box has space. And I know the decorations are kind of everywhere. Maybe we will still use the pie. I think I'm going to try her down here. So we still have room. Could try some ripped washi maybe. It's a washi sticker. Whoops, and that really rips. I always do that. Oh, yes I do. I always do that. It's okay. Don't worry, gals. It'll work out. And I think we'll put this like down here. If you were worried, you may not have been. Okay, and then we'll put the other one where? Well, we still need something over here. Should we cut this pumpkin in half? And like have it half and half? Let me see. Would this be a pumpkin or a gourd? It might be a gourd. I think we'll just do it like this. Actually, I think we have one more little pumpkin, and then I think we could be done. We do the weekly when I do the whole thing too, so we will use that too. And then we actually still have stickers left. It's kind of crazy. So we have this little guy pumpkin. It's kind of small. It's okay. All right, so let's compare this to last month. So last month, it was like really blank on the monthly. Like I did some things. This was only because this whole week is over here. So even these 3 days. So that's nothing. But we had like a couple stickers on the monthly, a couple holiday stickers, but pretty bare. And then August was super bare on the monthly. So I think we just decorate a little more on the monthly. Looking good. All right, so let's do washi on the top, and then I think we'll be done. And washi is gonna be hard. I have no fall washi, but what I think we can use, I have this wood washi. Where is it? Yeah. It kind of looks like aged barnwood, which is like a fall vibe. I think we can run this on the top. All right, so let's go over again. We are using this planner still, even though I didn't use it super well last month, because we are at least gonna try to get the house sold, stage it, get rid of a bunch of stuff, which I have been decluttering all year. I guess in 2025, I just didn't know it was because of a move. So it kind of works out, I guess. And so we'll keep doing that. What's left, get some things packed and get the house stage. That is all going to be on my other channel, which I will start linking below. I just have to figure out how to do that. I don't think it's hard, but I just don't know how to do it. So we will figure that out. I think this could be cute down here too by Daily Habits, down below. So before the first weekly, we have this on the monthly, which again, I know is not perfect, but it's actually pretty cute. I like it. Hard to not be cute with wrong stickers. And then here's like my little planning goal area, my other planning goal area. Let's do the first week and then we'll be done. So some of the Laurel Denise planners that I did grab, I do plan to use, and then some of them are really for showing you guys, like the mini scout. I don't know, or the small scout is what it's called now. I don't know if I will be using it, but I could always do my wellness in that if I wanted to, but I kind of like the regular scout, and this goes into July of next year. The ones that I purchased are January to December of 2026. Let's do some of these. This will be fun, I think. Okay, so I want this gal on and this gal on. Look how pretty these gals are. She's actually at a pumpkin market, really cute. And she looks like she's at a pumpkin patch on the back of a wagon. Okay, so I try to center them in here so that each day still has some room. And then maybe we put her higher though, so she's not just like right in line with the next gal. Oh, nope, don't go down. She's gonna be slightly crooked if I don't get her. Okay. Cute start, and then I don't mind doing some of these boxes. Oh, she's crooked. Well, barely. It's okay. Like here for wellness. Actually, let's do it down here for food. So I'll be writing what food I ate, and then I can continue over here or just start this one new for Thursday. And let's do that also over here. But I think we can lift her up actually a little. She has only 3 days over here to work with. This is a cute box. I don't like that. All right. We'll just scoot it over to the edge and do it that way instead. Okay, so this goals box can come over here as the to do this week. And over here I usually put like what I want, what workouts I want to do for the week. I'm going to tear out this page. Like a plan, and then I put actually what I do up above. So I know we have this random pie in this page, so let's just use it. I just put it back in a word spot. Like put it down here. And we have this cute washi, so where should we put that? I think we're just gonna put it under her. That page is done. And then we have a page of just sweaters, but you know what, I think we're gonna leave it. We can actually move it to a different page. Yeah, we'll move it to a different page. Some sticker rearranging here. So when I move stickers to a different page, I usually like to pull off like an almost empty page outline. And then I have the whole page that I can put stickers on. It's just some sticker maintenance. So then I'll take this off and put this on that page. What do we have left? Oh, maybe a quote. Oh, we did pretty well finishing this. We'll do these 2 reminders. And then spring. Okay, summer. It's always sad to finish your stickers, but it's also really good to finish your stickers. So I think I'm gonna do a reminder like down here where I'm gonna be doing bedtime. And then one, I guess just over here. All right, let's get our washi on. So I know I chose a washi, but I don't really think it's gonna work. I think we have to go with a thinner washi. I think that one was a little too wide, but we could do, what do you think, polka dots? I don't know. It just needs to be slightly thinner. Yeah, it's okay. Polka dots are fun. I wonder if these are supposed to be like a checklist. You know, like this. Huh. Well, if it is, maybe we'll use it like that some other time. Now, Laurel Denise on her website does have checklist washi. She has time block washi, condensed time block washi. Her new ones are 1 through 31, like if you want to write a thankfulness every day. You can use a 1 through 31 in some of your main planners. If you're doing it in this planner, it could work. I just thought you do like 3 columns, 1 through 10, 11 through 20. You know, you could do it over here for the numbered washi. She's numbered washi, and then she has a Sunday or Monday through Sunday or Sunday through Saturday washi with a S, you know, SM, you know. I think you can also line up 2, so that could be nice for over here where I do my workouts. I could just line it up there and then do my workouts. She has a lot of really good fun stuff in this launch. I stuck with planners, and I think I got one sticker sheet because it was fall apples, and I love fall apples, and you cannot find fall apple stickers hardly anywhere, so those will be in an unboxing soon on the channel. Then we will go through and compare everything, like the small Scout to the small Nancy to the small Anne, which is the horizontal and vertical, the small Scout to the big Scout, you know, all of that stuff we will have on the channel soon, so stay tuned for all of that. But this is how this looks for the month and for the week, and it's really cute. I like it a lot. I'm glad I decided to do this. I don't want to forget about my wellness while I'm planning to move and staging the house and losing my mind, because that's what happens when you have to get your house ready to sell and everything has to be perfect. But everything will get done. And now I'm going to backfill these 3 days because we're here on the 1st, and I have this written down in my other planner and on a post-it. But then we will be up to date, and from October 1st to November 1st, we will be in this planner. Also, I don't know if you guys know this about all of Laurel Denise planners. I choose Sunday Start, which she is one of the few people that offers Sunday Start, but you can choose Monday Start. And then your days line up Sunday all the way down Sunday, Monday all the way down Monday, Tuesday all the way down Tuesday. I love that about these planners, but some people will get the planners with a Monday Start or Sunday Start up here for the monthly, and then they'll change it to a Monday Start for their weekly by just, you know, whiting out or putting stickers on top. So that's another option. Then you can have a Sunday Start month, but a Monday Start weekly, which a lot of planners do have. Happy Planners a Sunday Start month, Monday Start weekly. Okay, so overall, I think it's super cute. The one thing I did forget to do that I like to do is I like to mark out my bedtime section so that I remember to write it down. And it has not been good. If I need to get stuff done, I need to start going to bed earlier. Why do I do it to myself? So I think this would be kind of like a bright washi, brighten it up a little. Yeah, this way it shows exactly where I want my bedtime tracking to be. Now, to use these planners, a lot of Laurel Denise gals don't decorate their planners, but I come from the Happy Planner Decorative Planning Systems decorated planners. I think it makes them fun to write in, and also because I have a planner channel, that's why I have several planners. I could do one Laurel Denise planner, and that's kind of what she's famous for, is you can fit so much in here. She also has inserts that you can pop in if you need a couple extra pages. That would be like grabbing some extra packs for Happy Planner and sticking some extra pages in. So you can do that in these planners, and I didn't realize that was a possibility with coil, which is why I stayed away from coil for so long. But let's look at this real quickly. Okay. In my main planner here, I did Frankenplan this together, and that is on the channel if you want to see how to Frankenplan a Laurel Denise planner. But here in my main planner, I really have a lot of space. You can see I have like broken lines in between. So at first I was doing like focus points up here, but I could do work up here. I could do cleaning here, which I really want to have a list for cleaning. I do breakfast and dinner down here, but I can make another section like this very top box for workouts. So let's look at here. So wellness could be here, work could be here, cleaning could be this section, and then you can just line it off and just have a few sections that you need for whatever your topics are. And you can even write the sections, which I did previously because I used to use this as a wellness planner. I wrote like move, self-care over here on the sides, and then I did washi. You could use a pen, a highlighter, whatever to make the lines and separate. So there's a lot of space in here. You also have the monthly that you could write something on. So your wellness could only be on the monthly, or your cleaning could only be on the monthly, or you know, appointments or whatever, only on the monthly. Those are all possibilities for that. So, but I got these on clearance. So I wanted to use several planners. I do have, let's see, I started a journaling planner in Laurel Denise this month, and it's working really well. I'm not going to show you the sections, but I use this section for general and this section for like personal relationships. And then I set up the rows as well. This will be in an upcoming video where I'm setting up really for moving. I put 2 insert pages in, or so I have a column for each room to get ready to move. So those videos are all going to be on the channel. But for today, the Portrait Scout Planner all ready and set up for my wellness. Thanks so much for joining me today on Tambour with a Plan. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today on Tambour with a Plan. In this video, we are going to be setting up my October planner. We already have a couple set up, so let's just talk about October real quickly, because one of the things that's going on is we are getting ready to move, which is a little stressful. You know, moves are stressful. So my planning for October completely changed to what it was going to be, where I was still going to be experimenting with different planners and kind of just seeing what was going to work still for the 2026 new year. But now we're really hoping to be moved by our son's birthdays in December. So I'm going to pull out September because I am completely done with it now. Those just popped out because I had clipped them before. This is a Laurel Denise Planner that we're working with here. And now I'm going to paper clip this back together. I'm trying to make this a little thinner because we are going to pop some pages in for the project planner, and the project is going to be moving. So this is the main planner. We're here actually on the 29th. So feeling a little overwhelmed. So what I did is I changed this to a list planner, which I actually did at the end of September anyway, just because the time blocking was kind of wasted space in a way for me, as it's really just clean and work. So I decided to start making lists instead. And so that's what I'm using this vertical for right now. It's like cleaning and other things that I want to get done for the day. Then we have my work planner, paper clip together. And what we're going to set up in this video is the project planner. So the work planner for Laurel Denise is the Nancy, the horizontal planner that I've been using. I really love it. What I did is for this particular week, we'll see how it works this week, is I whited out the this week line here. It actually doesn't look great with the white out, but it looks okay. And I'm using this for a side hustle that I'm doing right now. So that's what I'm writing over there. Let me take out September. So I'm really trying not to feel stressed about moving. If you've moved, you guys know it is a completely stressful situation. A couple things that we're talking about is our house even going to sell? It's a little more of a seller or buyer's market right now. So maybe, but we have to make a certain amount obviously to have down payment for the next place. It's all just like, we'll see. And we're talking about seller finance and maybe assumable loans to get rid of this house, but that's neither here nor there. That's just telling you the stress, you know, like why I feel a little stressed. I set this up as a journaling planner and I did not use it yesterday, but I actually might write like backfill just yesterday because it's fresh in my mind, and I do want to fill every night in, especially right now when we are moving, that it's going to be like chaotic. So here's September's project planner, and I think we just take this one out because it's all past, and we are now gonna paper clip these together. But actually, before I even do that, I'm just gonna pull them out because we're gonna decorate them. But what I wanna say, so this is the planner we're working on, and what I'm gonna do is pop in these extra pages. Oops, there goes some stuff on my desk. Pop in these extra pages because every column is going to be a room or like space, like front entry type thing. So we will now be really working on every space in the house. And so I got these inserts that I've had this whole time from Laurel Denise since I first grabbed some of her stuff. And now every room is going to have a column front and back, or space. So we're gonna decorate a couple of these, and I'm just gonna go over how many rooms we have so I can kind of get an idea. So let's pull these out. And this is gonna be a huge part. I thought of doing a daily planner, and I actually thought of doing a happy planner for all of this, but I don't necessarily need a daily list for each space. I'll write what I did over here, which is what I've been doing anyway on the Laurel Denise planners. But I kind of just want a room and a list of things that need to be done. And then if I need more space at the end, like I finished all of that, I can always pop in a post-it with more things that need to be done with certain rooms. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. And I need to get it done now because we are on Monday the 29th, because it's got to go fast. Hopefully by the end of next week, most of the house is ready and staged, which is going to take a lot of work. We're packing up a lot. So I'm going to grab 2 of these pages out. Did I grab only 2? 1 and 2. And we're going to decorate everything. And soon I'm going to have to be packing up my planner supplies. It just doesn't look so great in a listed home for staging. So I'm going to have to keep out what I need for this channel. But there are going to be a lot less videos for a while on this channel. But I will be pumping up my home channel so you guys can see me over there. I will list that below and we'll talk more about that, including packing up my office or my planner space, to stage this back as a dining room because my office right now is in the dining room. All right, so right now I'm gonna just take a second to list all of my rooms. Okay, so after counting up, I have 16 essential spaces. I combined the closets, a couple of the closets because I don't think they're gonna need their own, but they also can't be forgotten about. So that will be these 2 entire pages, front and back. And then I think this last page will be like things to buy, things to sell, and then maybe donation and stuff like that. So we will need both of these full pages. Now what I wanted to use for sticker book, because I love decorating my spreads, it just makes me cheerful to write in. And we are going to use this sticker book here from Wrong. It's called Cozy Fall, and I can link this below. It is super cute. I love the colors with the purple. They're almost like a lot of jewel tone colors in here, which are my favorites. And then I have Mojo Jojo Plans big jewel tone boxes, and that's what I'm gonna use as the headers up here for every room. So I don't have to do that. You could just use highlighters or something. But since I'm taking the time to make the video anyway, I think I'm just gonna do that. So let's just grab some colors from the jewel tone boxes. I wanna kind of mix it up. So let's do like a green or a blue. We'll do this kind of teal. And then we'll get an orange. I'm just gonna put them across, and then every section. All right, so let's start with the blue. And then we do have the main page that's already the back. And all I'm gonna do is put a couple gals on here, maybe a couple of cute icons like in the center, so that I have plenty of room to write still. So right now I think I'm just gonna do my favorite color boxes for this last page. Just like, I like this deep red. We'll grab one of these greens. Do we have any? I kind of want this one. And which purple? I think I'll go with the red purple. Yeah, that'll be pretty. We'll do the blue here. No, we'll do the purple. Like it matters, gals. All right. So for these extra pages, they're actually bent because I've had them out of the package before, but that's okay because they're going to be used, severely used. I think I'm just gonna use my fun spotted washi on the bottom of these pages. So I may have said this, but I really do not like moving. I can't wait until we can just like find, you know, people say their forever home. Does that even exist? I don't know. I hope so. But I'm guessing this next one is not gonna quite be it. But that's okay. You never know. I'm gonna put some on top of the month as well, so I don't have to go find another color. Okay. So let's work with these pages. I'm just gonna put some on. So these aren't gonna be like organized spreads. They're really just gonna be a couple of decorations. Let's get cozy. Baked with Love down here. And what do we think? It looks kind of weird, but I think that's kind of fine. Maybe like a leaf in the corner. Yeah, no rhyme or reason, but cute stickers on the page. I'm fine with that. Okay. So here we have this gal licking a spoon. Sweater with the scarf. Literally 3 stickers per page. It's okay. It's okay. Because I'm really just, you know, getting stuff on here. The most coziest time of the year. Okay, here these are barely, oh, it's the same gal twice. That's okay. Barely with decoration, but just a little bit of cuteness on the page. And now we'll work with the main pages like we would normally. So these might have a little more coordinating look, but we'll see. You never know. So I think this could be fun because this is a chair, and then they had this, she had this little picture. It's actually over here. And it's kind of like staging, you know, staging your house. So I think this could be cute. So we're gonna put this in the middle here. the little artwork. Okay. It's kind of a big sticker, but I'm going to put her up here. And then let's try this from out here. I don't know. We'll see how it's gonna look. It's a fun idea, but it is taking up a lot of space, so we'll have to like work around it. Yeah, I think that's cute enough. Monthly. Oh my goodness, this pile of leaves. So cute. Okay, so we usually put something here. We can make, should I leave that to right or put something there? I think we're gonna put something. It's gonna be these florals. Now I also changed my camera angle a little, so I think you gals are probably gonna notice, possibly in some of my videos, that I'm out of the, oops, don't rip. I'm out of the frame a little. Whoops. I lifted that up to white out and I didn't even white out when it was up. It's crazy brain, crazy brain. We'll leave the 10 and we'll see what else we're gonna put there, as we could put something else there. Do we want a cat on a set of books? I think we do. I mean, that is stinking cute. Does not look like our cat, but it's still really cute. All right, good enough for there. The 10, I think at this point can just be whited out. And we will get a 10 from Mojo Jojo Plans Dated. It just kind of looks odd sitting next to the cat like that. So now we're gonna find something else for there. And just another stack of books. Cute. Right, and we're gonna go into the monthly. Now the monthly is harder because I need plenty of space to write, and I don't think I need any of the holidays on here, because regardless of the holiday, with the exception of if it's a Shabbat, it is going to be a work day at some time or another of the day. So now, just like always, if I have a spot, because you can see this is going to be a pretty big sticker, where I need more space, I will use a Post-it to write there, like that. If I can't fit it on the sides. And now what else? Just need like a few cute decorations. Cozy vibes and crisp air. We're gonna cut that and make it a quote. Okay, so let me think. Let's put this where, oops, there's some washi on there from the scissors. I think like here. Got it centered a little better. just some of these tiny little cuteness icons in different places. And I think, I don't know, something here maybe. A leaf would be really pretty, like a bigger one. Okay, let's find a different washi just to help accent. And I think we'll just do this one. We're gonna do a different layer down at the bottom, like a second layer of washi. And then we'll do some up the top and some on the other side, and I think we'll be fine. It's kind of like a dark greenish washi that has some gold on it. Now I like to do this in my Laurel Denise planners. I like to give a little washi on the side here because I don't know, I don't like the boring edges. I mean, calming and efficient, but you know. So maybe we do it over here as well. It's kind of like a little border. Yeah. And then we'll do some over here, of course. So we'll do a second layer on the bottom. I think we go on the top of this one. So it doesn't have to match exactly, it just has to coordinate. And we'll do one down here on the habits. Okay. I think this, like, just design is more cartoony. It doesn't really go with these really pretty scenes, but it's okay. And the monthly is so cute. I mean, that is really pretty. I like it a lot. Okay, I think that's definitely good enough. Again, I know these look really kind of oddly there. No, this scarf looks kind of out of place. I'm not gonna mess with them though, because this is a very practical planner. So I think what we'll do now is we'll just get the rooms listed, and then we can call it a day. Now I gotta figure out what I did with my pens. Because I don't have an October on here. We'll see about that in a second. Okay, where did my room list go? So I think I'm gonna start with common areas. Because these are probably what I'm gonna tackle first. So living room. Okay, so the camera cut out, but I went ahead and finished the washi off for the different pages and wrote in all of the titles. So we'll go over them all just to show you what I'm thinking of, and then if I need extra pages, I'll just come grab another, you know, 4-column page or some of the other project planner pages, and I'm going to show those to you real quickly because I do have that project planner over here. This is not the cover for the project planner, but it is, I switched out the covers, but it has the contents of the project planner, and this is one that hasn't been used yet, so I would go find the one that I'm already kind of pulling from. And these are the types of pages that are in the back. I don't know if they have these in the new 2026 ones, so I will update you on that just to let you know. But here you have a yearly plan of something that you want to plan for every day of the month, whatever it would be. You have these project plan pages. This is like a whole month project to do something. What I think I might actually use, possibly the whole month project, and then on the back of this one, is a 2-week project. So this page I will probably clip out. I have 2 monthly projects, which could be something like decluttering and staging and the different things that I want to do for that. And then the 2 weeks is going to be like a couple of the rooms are going to need some work on paint and just like probably mostly paint, some deep cleaning, things like that. So grabbing out these project pages. And then here you have like these checklist pages. This can also be probably one of these for sure, like a pre-clean before we have like an open house or something. So I'll put what cleaning task needs to be wiped, like all of the appliances should be freshly wiped down, things like that, and check it off with each open house or viewing of the house. This will be like my checklist. So this one is a new planner, just with a different cover. So wherever my extra pages are from this project planner, which I know I have them somewhere, probably actually right over here, do I? Oh yes, I do have it in its original cover. If you go to the back, I have other pages in here, my spare pages, but I do have my project pages. So these are the ones that I will clip out and then use for the project of moving. And we could be doing all of this and then just not sell the house. That's one of the things that's like kind of frustrating, that is a risk when you're trying to sell a house. So we will see about all that. But this is how it looks, the 2 pages, and I know they don't totally coordinate. I do still really like them. I think they're pretty enough. And that's all I want, is some cute decoration and prettiness on the page. I really like the monthly. Usually I leave the monthly pretty open and it kind of looks boring to me, so I like that there are a couple little icons that I could just stick in there. Oh, so we're gonna go over. Let's pop it back in the planner and then we can go over. If you haven't seen my more recent videos, this cover I kind of DIY'd, not myself, but from this cover. I had 2 of them. So I left one original, and then I used undo along the edge of the pocket to get the pocket off. It came right off. It was really easy. It didn't leave any gross liquid residue. And then I used this cover as the front. That is all in a video if you want to see how I did that specifically. And then I put the pocket with a tape runner onto, which I have right here, this permanent tape runner, onto the inside here. So now the pocket's in here, same pocket, but I just took it off the edge. The one thing I did do that I don't love is I put glossy tape on the edges just to make sure the paper didn't stay off, because I had loosened some of it trying to get the pocket off before I bought undo. And then it's possible undo might have loosened it, but it didn't seem to. So anyway, I taped it back on, but I wish I had used the matted tape instead of glossy tape. It only really shows in light like what we're in right now. But anyway, let's get this back in the planner and popped back in with safety pins. Right after the journaling planner. All right, so did I mention this? I'm gonna mention it again just in case, because I don't think I did. And then if I did, I will just edit it out, the magic of editing. But I am planning to just be in this planner this month for October, because there's just way too much other things that I need to do. So I will do these like maybe 2 at a time. There's four here. I like using inserts. I bought a couple the first time I purchased from Laurel Denise, and this is really the first I'm using. I just clip out pages from the extra planners, which is actually cheaper than buying inserts, especially right now on the clearance. I did a video about that, why, let me do these separate. Why you should buy the clearance planners. It's really for some of the back pages and some of the extra weekly pages that you can just quickly redate and save money on inserts. That's the idea. All right, so we need to paperclip these together. And what did I do with my paperclip? We have it here. So now we can go, we'll just do it here. I like these flags paper clips. I got these from old Heidi Swamp planners. They just kind of show me which planner is which. And then I can just pull them and flip to them. I'll show you that in a second. But you still have to paper clip the corners of any planner that you're kind of putting together so that the pages don't separate and it makes it like kind of confusing when you're flipping around. But as is, okay, we will still go through the headings. I know I'm getting distracted here. So my first planner has the heart flag, so I can pull it up, just put my hand under, and here I'm at my first main planner. And then my second planner is this striped one, and I can pull it up, get my hand under, and I'm at my work planner. My third planner, oops, I put my third planner is over here. It's the map, and I can pull it up, and it is my journal planner. And then my last planner that we just did, pull it up, and it is the project planner. So the headings for the project planner. I did main areas first, living room, kitchen, front entry, and dining room. And the dining room right now is my office. That's what I'm in right now. I have 2 desks in here. I have this desk where I decorate my planners, and then I have a computer desk. They're 2 small desks that I got on a really good sale, like under $30 per desk. I'll show those to you in a video. I'll do a quick tour of this office for this channel, the planner channel, but then the main big tour and sorting and donating and all that stuff will be on my other channel, which I will start linking below once I get content on there. Hasn't had content for a year, but for this move, there's going to be a lot of things to do that can be filmed. Beside the point. So dining room, this has to go back to a dining room. But to do that, all my shelves, all my planners, all my stickers, all that has to be packed away somewhere for the staging. So this is going to actually be a huge project. I'm probably going to need to add like some extra post-its for it. Then I have my husband's office, which is kind of like a sunroom, sitting room. I think we're going to leave it as an office and just stage it nicer. I have the stairs and the bottom of the stairs because there's a little areas for put like plants and maybe artwork there. Master bedroom, master bath. Those have a lot of work. Master closet. Then we have a share bath, upstairs bath. So there's like the baths. Maybe I should put master closet. I'm going to switch these so the baths can be next to each other. I know it doesn't really matter, but it's just my brain. So let's put master closet here. And then the master bath on the next page. Why did I erase master? Oh, because I need to write it smaller. Master closets, we have two walk-in, they're not huge. And then here, bath, we'll do master bath. Then we'll have all 3 baths together. They're just gonna be kind of staged similarly with nice towels, maybe some cute artwork, and at least 1 plant in each bath just because the greenery is nice. And then we have the hall and landings. So there's a hall in the bathroom between the bedrooms, and there's a hall upstairs. So then we get into the boys' bedrooms. And these are going to be a little more involved as well because they have like collectibles, action figures, collectible cards, all that stuff that's going to have to start being packed up. The reason we're not going to leave some of that out, it probably could be fine, is that they don't want them touched when people come and see like little kids that might be running around. So all of that, each of those room is going to be quite a project. And then their closets, I just put them all together because it's going to be very similar in their closets of how we're going to arrange their closets. And that is it. The next section, which is the main page with the habit trackers, is it would sell anything that's valuable. And I don't have a ton of things that are valuable. Definitely nothing really. Like all our furniture is Facebook or under $30 like for this desk. Yeah, so I don't know. There might be a couple, I don't know. We'll see if I have anything. Maybe an exercise piece of equipment So I'll have a list there. Donate free. All of our cube shelves we're probably just going to donate or give away for free because they don't move well. I don't know if you guys know that the cube shelves that are either from IKEA or Walmart, they do not move well at all. They get really rickety. Things to buy for staging. This is mostly going to be like greenery, probably a couple pictures, curtains, things like that. And then buy for the move, which is going to be like packing boxes, packing paper. Yeah, moving. It's such a production and it's expensive, but that is the plan for right now. And I do think I'm gonna just paper clip this last page together, but kind of down here, maybe. It doesn't really need to be paper clipped, but just so I know that I'm at the end. All right, so that is my planner. So this is my 4-in-1 planner. Oh, and what I wanted to say, did I say this? I'm sorry if I said this. I will probably just edit it out if I already said it. But we talked about, did we talk about? I feel like it did, gals, but my brain is like so crazy right now. I love this little planner. I love it for meal planning. So adorable. I finished it out. Did I? I think I did. Oh, I didn't do the last, Friday and Saturday. Where breakfasts are all here. Dinners are all here, and then snacks over here. I love it. I make my meal plan over here, but now I'm doing it. You can see here, breakfast and dinner at the bottom. The other thing that I'm thinking of incorporating is wellness. Because I started to decorate this yesterday for the channel. And I just couldn't focus. I just have too much going on. I was like just like distracted because I barely got anywhere, right? Some checklists and some washi. And then I thought, okay, the reason I'm thinking this, let me zoom out a little. In September, I barely use this for working out or self-care. This whole monthly is just like blank except for 5 days, and out of the whole 30 days. 25 days were just unused for this. And then I did use the weekly dailies, but it's just like stuff I don't really need to keep track of if I'm not exercising on top of it. And I'm just like putting face oils every day, which I have been remembering. Do I have to write that every day? And what I eat every day? I like having that, but I think this is just like an extra planner for this month when we're moving. That's going to be a little, well, extra. So I stopped decorating that. It's pretty neutral so that when I go back to using it again, I think it'll be fine. But now I got to figure out where to put wellness, and what I am thinking is maybe up here. If I do anything, and I may not. So yeah, that is what I'm thinking. Wellness up here for now. This is going to be like main focuses. This is going to be a list of stuff to do, and then breakfast and dinner. I could even move this line down if I need a little more of a list and move breakfast and dinner down. Maybe I should just do that. Let's just do that now. Where's that sticker on top of there? Okay, breakfast and dinner. Now for budget, because I do have my budget planner in my little one as well. I think the budget is going to be really hard to gauge this month because we are moving. So different things will be, in the shopping area. But what I was thinking of doing, if I need to, is I can pull out these pages like that and pop them in back here as budget pages. And I can keep track that way. And the reason I was going to do these budget pages instead is because they're already decorated and ready. And I also have some from last month, and I could just pop them in back here and have them as little budget pages, just to kind of keep track so I don't go overboard for things, just because a lot is going on. So actually, let's just keep those in there, and then we'll grab the ones from last month, and they'll be in there too. They're all decorated, super cute budget pages. So those are on here. Actually, I'm going to put them at the top, I think, just so, yeah. And I might put a bookmark in there to separate them. Okay, so that is the basic setup for this month. And these other decorations are already on the channel. And today's is just finished and really just for practical use. But that is it for this video. Stay tuned. I'll show you this weekend how this has worked this week for me. And we'll have like a little update video. Thanks so much for joining me today on Tamper with the Plan. I'll see you next time. Bye guys. Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today on Tamper with the Plan. I wanted to show you real quickly my sneak peek of my Laurel Denise Planner haul for 2026. I have this video on the channel already, and so if you want to see it, you can check that out. So I'm cleaning this up right now because I'm a little late decorating my October Joe. We are on October 6th right now. Those planners were so cute, and what I did is I compared them with some of the 2025 and academic planners just so you could see what's different. And there is something different in the Joe. Really nice surprise in the Lydia's Folly, which is the name of the cover. So for October, we are already here on the second week. I'm so annoyed at myself for not having this set up already. I still am kind of working out a little bit of what I'm going to use it for this month. It works great as a command center. So yeah, I probably need to keep it as that. But what I was talking about in my unboxing videos is that I think it could actually work really well as a wellness planner. Right now I'm using a Scout as my wellness planner. Let me grab that. And this is a large Scout, and at first I really do love it. First I was not sure about having a separate wellness planner, but it's been turning out really well. We are here in October and I've been keeping up on it. But because it is separate and not in my main Franken planner, Laurel Denise Planner, which if you haven't seen my videos before, I do Franken plan a Laurel Denise Planner. I Franken plan my Laurel Denise planners by clipping out the pages like inserts, and then I put them all on one coil. So I have 4 planners in here just for the month of October in this, on this coil. And I also, you know, Franken planned my cover. But just to show you real quickly, I have the Anne here, which is the vertical lined. I have a horizontal here, which I'm using for work. The next one, oops. The next one I have is another horizontal, which is journaling, so we're not going to show that. And then I have the rose with a couple inserts back here. So I put all of those popped in on one coil. If I couldn't do this with the Laurel Denise planners, I wouldn't have several planners for one. But also I have several planners because I'm a planner channel, but I also wanted a little more room. My point is that I need to Franken plan. That's just how my brain works. I want it all on one coil. So the wellness is already not on one coil. And what I like about the pop-up planner is like it can be popped up and in your face telling you exercise, take care of yourself. But I'm just going to decorate it for today. We'll decide what else I'm going to do with it, because it's been a family command center at the bottom of the stairs where the boys can just see like if we have to go somewhere, what the holidays are, whose birthdays it is, things like that. So it has been nice to have that. Now before we get started, I want to get some washi on here. And let's see. I think I'm just gonna do some washi put back. Let's do these fun stripes today for this month. And we can put like the thick right here. Now when it's used as a family command center, I haven't been really using the back pages like I had previously, where I had put stickers and boxes on this blank back page here, which by the way, in the 2026 version, this is dot grid, and I can show you that real quickly in a minute. So that is not being used as a family command center. So then I feel like I'm not utilizing the planner as best as I can, which bothers me. But these planners right now in this Sleepy Hollow, which goes till June, I kept saying July in my last video, goes till June next year. I'm just ripping this washi. while I chat. Goes till June of next year. Is on clearance right now for $25. So you essentially get 7 months. Is that right? 6, 7, 8 months. Is that right? 8 months of planning for $25 in a Laurel Denise planner, which these planner scales are high-end planners. And I love having the month right in my face at all times so that I can refer to it and just kind of know what's happening the next week, etc. So I really love it. Let's put this one, we'll put it up like this. I do decorate all my planners. A lot of Laurel Denise scales are not really decorative planners, but I come from the Happy Planner world, which I still am using a couple of Happy Planners right now. I can't seem to let go. All right, we can do this. All right, so I did think this could be really nice as a wellness planner. So I don't know, should I steal it as a Family Command Center this month? That's what the question is. Okay, so okay, so that looks okay. And anyway, this is a Happy Planner teacher book, sticker book, and I like these pumpkins here. We don't do Halloween, so otherwise, I mean, these ghosts are pretty cute. If we did, what do we have? 2 pages of something like this, I think. Yeah, pretty cute. Pretty cute stuff. I think we'll use this star washi though. Why not? Yeah, that'll be fun. And it has like a layered washi look. So I just like some color on the page to make it fun to plan. And so we have some here too, but we'll save some of that. All right. Well, that's the same color. This one says fall bucket list. So just some cute decoration. Let's see. I think I want to put a pumpkin patch up here. I like to cover this 10, but I like to leave the month and year if I can. So we'll do that. Yeah, cute. All right. What else? These are kind of big now that I'm looking at it. I think we're just gonna put like a couple little decorations throughout the month. I love the apples. So this is kind of what I do with my monthlies. I just kind of place things, places for some color. It's not really sweater weather, and this is kind of big, so I'm going to cut it and just take out this autumn blessings. And trim this so it doesn't look like it just came off like part of a circle, like it did. Do it this way. And do the same here. right, so pretty cute. And then we're gonna do the week that we're on. Oh, I did that week. Can we take it off? Is it one strip? We might take it off and just use it because this week has passed. It's ripping, so okay. We'll just do another one for this page. So I think I'm gonna switch books because these stickers are all a little too big for this little weekly. So I grabbed this Fall Harvest Happy Planner sticker book. And we're just gonna use a couple of stickers from here. So if I use the Happy Planner stickers that are kind of like this, I usually cut them after I pick my scissors to get the scraps off. At least in half, and then sometimes in thirds, just to give like a little cute box. Okay, so we'll put it like here, one there, and then we'll put like one up here. This is a little florally if I'm using it for the if I'm using it as the Family Command Center, but it's okay, honestly. It's fine. Okay, and then we'll do like a floral. We'll cut this one. One down there on Wednesday. Do one up here. Trying to get it straight. Third time's a charm. And we'll do like an important over here. And then we can make like this little section to write. And let's do one more little sticker. Okay, or two. We'll do this little floral here. And then one more up here. All right, so just some quick, cute stickers on there with plenty of room left to write for this week. And I have put things in the back here before. I think I'm going to use this as a Family Command Center one more for this month, even though I have florals here. So we won't do this, but if I'm going to make this into my wellness planner, which is what I'm considering doing, but I might just grab the $25 clearance one and do that. Then I can see how I'm going to like that for 2026, because all of us gals are just trying to figure out our 2026 lineups right now. So it doesn't really match the pattern down here, like the tone, but I actually still like it. I never really care about that with Laurel Denise planners, but that's something you're gonna have to decide. You can go with the same sticker book for the monthly and all the weeklies, or you can kind of switch it up. But that's how it looks for now. Just some really cute, quick decorations on there. And now we're gonna get everything filled out for the rest of the month. Stickers, I'm just gonna pop back in their books. Fold up the books. Okay, and that is it. Now the Joe is ready to be written in. Thanks so much for joining me today on Tamper with the Plan. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.